Hello, welcome to my videos on my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about what happened tonight on 2024 NBA Playoff Day 39, where tonight was played the Game 4 on Western Conference Finals, where finally the Timberwolves could defeat the Mavericks this time 105 to 100 to avoid the elimination and the sweep against the Mavericks. And with this victory, the Dallas Mavericks are leading the series. They are still leading the series this time by 3-1, and now the series will travel back to Minnesota for the Game 5, where again the Timberwolves will look for to win the game to avoid elimination and to put the series 3-2. But first of all, let's talk about a little more about this Game 4. So let's talk about. So about this Game 4, it was the same in basically what happened in the first three games, where the game was always close and was very close, but in the first quarter, in the first half, I felt that the Mavericks were playing better than the Timberwolves, and they had the game under control. But in the halftime, the game was tied 41 by 41. In the third quarter happened something important. I thought that the Timberwolves lost the mind because they had to sever two flagan or technical five by two of his two kid players like Rudy Gobert and Carl Anthony Towns, because both made two dirty shots, and I thought that the Mavericks had the game under control, but they didn't, because the Timberwolves closed better this quarter. They were leading by 5 point difference in the end of the quarter, and in the fourth quarter, to be honest, I thought that the Mavericks were gonna to take advantage of the game, because remember that in the first three games, the Mavericks played better the fourth quarter, especially in the clutch time in the last 5 minutes of the quarter of the game. But this wasn't the case in this time, where the game in this time the Timberwolves can play or play better in the clutch time. They finally got the victory and put a little and won the game and put a little emotion to the series. Who I told you in the first half, the game was always close. When in the first half is when the Timberwolves took the advantage, where they leading 27 by 20 in the end of the first quarter. But in the second quarter, the Mavericks play better basketball of the game. I think that in this quarter is when the Mavericks played its best basketball of the game, where they won by 7 point difference, 29 to 22. But in the end, they reduced the gap and they tied the game. And in the halftime, the game was tied 49 by 49. Well, something happened in the first 5 to 5 minutes. So in the first 4 or 5 minutes or 4 or 5 minutes of the third quarter, where the Timberwolves didn't start very well the game, they started very nervous. They made a lot of mistakes, two dirty fouls, who I told you by Rudy Gobert, and Carl Anthony Towns. The referee didn't decide to fire these two. To send off these two players, but in my opinion, these two players could have been fired for the game or sent off for the game, because they did two very dirty play. But in the end, after in the first score, actually in the first 4 to 5 minutes of the third quarter, the game was very heat. It was very dirty, but in the close of the quarter, the things forgot, and the Timberwolves play better. They closed better the quarter, and they won in this time by 5 point difference, 29 to 24, and they were leading in the end of the half of the third quarter, 78 to 73. In the fourth quarter, I thought that the Mavericks were going to play better, but no, this time the Timberwolves play better, where they were leading in the game, and something emotional happened, because in the last 3 to 2 minutes, in the close time, this time the Timberwolves could get the victory. But to be honest, the Mavericks were fight until the end, because until the last second of the game, because the game was very close. Even that the Timberwolves had the game under control, and in the end they won it 105 to 100. They avoid elimination, and in this moment the Mavericks are leading the series 3-1. About the overall statistics, by the Timberwolves side, they threw for a 53% from field goal. This was amazing. They made 11 triples, and sorry, and they made 16 free throws out of 25 attainments, and they won the paint this time 46 to 36 by the Mavericks side. They threw for a 42% from field goal, and they made 14 triples, and they used to score 36 points in the paint. About the individual statistics, sorry, the best player was Anthony Edwards with a double-double, 29 points and 10 rebounds. He was one assist shy to a triple-double. The second best scorer was Karl Anthony Towns with 25 points. And something amazing and something that happened is that the Timberwolves in the halftime, the three big players or key players were in foul problems because each one, the Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, and Anthony Edwards, each one had three fouls. Anthony Towns was fouled out in the last second of the game, but they could get the victory. And then by the Mavericks side, the best player was Luka Doncic with a triple-double with 28 points, 15 rebounds, and 10 assists. He almost tied the game in the last second of the game, but he missed a free throw, and it wasn't enough, his performances. And the second best scorer was Kyrie Irving with 16 points. This time he didn't play a very great basketball, and maybe he was one of the reasons why the Mavericks didn't play the game. So, what's next? Tomorrow won't have any game because remember that yesterday the Celtics defeated and swept defeated the Pacers, won the series 4-1, 4-0 they sweep, and they will wait for the winner between the Mavericks and Timberwolves to play in the NBA Finals the next week. Thanks that the Timberwolves won tonight. Thanks that the Timberwolves won tonight. In 2 days we'll have another game. How I told you, tomorrow is a day off, and the next game, the game 5, will be in 2 days from now. The next Tuesday, May 30 and 2030 start time. How I told you in the first minutes of the video, the series will come back to Minnesota. Well, the Minnesota will receive the Mavericks. To be honest, I see very difficult that the Timberwolves win this game because it's very difficult to come back for a 0-3 in the series because no team have done this yet. And so I think this is not going to happen in this series. So I think that this will be the motion. I will put the Timberwolves that are going to win this game, but to be honest, I don't think so. I think that the game will be close like the first 4 games, and I think that the Mavericks are going to win this game by 1 or 3 point difference. They will win the series and they will qualify to the NBA Finals, where we will represent the Western Conference. So in this video, I talk about what happened tonight in the game 4 in the Western Conference, where the Timberwolves finally win a game in the series. They avoid the elimination, and now the series will travel to Minnesota for the game 5 that will be playing 2 days from now. So tomorrow won't have any game, and we will wait 2 days for another basketball game. So this is all for tonight. See you next video. Gibran.